In child's pose, Bakasana. So in child's pose, you just want to come to a place where you can be and breathe for the first few moments. There we go. So there's two ways you can do your child's pose. Either the knees wide, arms long, over your head, down. Or you can come into in vitro child's pose, where you bring the knees together and you just relax your arms along your sides. Whichever child's pose you choose, just want to come into that place where you can be and connect to your breath to set that foundation for your practice. Just starting to close your eyes and bring all of your attention and awareness, breathing slow, in and out, through the nose only. Just trying to keep the mouth closed so you can harness your energy and use it. Start to sync up your breathing with the sounds of nature, the ocean's ebb and flow. Letting go of any debilitating thoughts and anchoring yourself in nature's truth. Naturally replacing those thoughts, worries, fears, all doubts with the natural hum and buzz of the world. The easiest way to get into that meditative state of mind is just by simply listening to the here and now. And now let's start to activate your child's pose, engage your core. And if you're in vitro child's pose, start to reach your arms long in front of you. Leave the left hand there. We're going to stretch the shoulders. Reach the right arm through and under the left shoulder. Both palms face down as you press into the ground, keeping the back of the neck nice and long. Good. And switching sides now. Right hand comes back up to meet the left. Left arm threads through and under. And you're just breathing into that space in your upper middle back. Just letting the shoulders come apart from each other. And slowly come back up. Now we're just going to make our way onto all fours, just warming up the back now for cat-cow. Wrists are directly under shoulders, knees under hips. As you inhale, start to open up the chest, straightening the arms, arching your back, tilting your tailbone away high. Good. Exhale. Round your spine, pulling the navel in, chin towards the chest. Few more rounds. Inhaling, just to open up, and exhale. Round your spine. So we're just warming up the back here. Inhaling back and forth, going at your own pace and having your breath lead the way. So you're just diagnosing and seeing how your body feels today, how your back feels. Starting to move the energies around within you. Good. Now this time, when you inhale, your chest, opening it up, straightening the arms. Also lift and extend the right leg long behind you. Really press out past the toe. Squeeze the elbows in towards each other. Bend them and come down. Hover about halfway on the mat. Good. Exhale, press back up and exhale. Round the knee in towards the nose. Other side. Inhale, left leg extends. As you lift your heart center forward. Good. Coming down for your push-up. Press back up and exhale to round it in. Bring the knee in. 2 more times each side. Inhale, right leg extends. Coming down for your push-up, really creating that heat. And exhale, rounding it in. Other side. Inhale, left leg. Nice and long. Good. Come down for the push-up. Press back up and exhale. Round it in. Last time, each side. Inhale, right leg extends, reach past the toes, bending it down. Press back up and exhale. Round to tuck it in. Last time, inhale, left leg. Nice and long. Good. Come down. Press back up. Exhale, bring it in. Now come back into natural tabletop with the spine. You want to pull forward through the crown of your head and back through the rear, pulling the navel up towards the spine. Here we inhale, right arm, left leg, up and reaching away from each other. So make sure there's plenty of space between your hand and your knee. That way you're not balancing on a tightrope. Good. Good. Lifting up out of your joints. Focusing your eyes one point. This is where you start to smooth out the breathing. Resisting the urge to pant it out. Nice, long, focused inhales and exhales. And you can stay or bend the back knee, toe points towards the sky, and reach the right arm up and back, either for the outside or inside of the foot, whichever feels good on your shoulder. And then once you have your grip, starting to kick back, up and away into that grip. Good. Good. Just allowing yourself to open up naturally. Yes. One more breath here. And release it back to long. Reach it out and down. Good. One round of cat-cow here. Inhale. Just to release any tension that we create in the spine. We also breathe it away. Exhale to round. Back to neutral tabletop. Other side. Inhale, left arm. Right leg. Lift up. Reaching in opposite directions. Forward and back. Both at the same time. Grounding and lifting up out of your joints. Core strong, yet chest, heart center relaxed. Breath is focused. Eyes are glued one spot. Good. Staying here, moving on this side. Bending the knee, toe point straight up to the sky. Then breathing the arm back. Taking grip of your foot. Then once you have that grip, focusing your eyes and just allowing yourself to naturally open up. One more deep breath here. Beautiful. And release to stretch it out nice and long and down. Good. Now setting up for downward facing dog, walk your hands forward and starfish the fingertips far away from each other, thumb as far away from the pinky as you can, and suction cup your palms into the mat. You want to use every bit of the hand you're given. So press the knuckles, grip with your fingertips, tuck the toes, and lift the hips up towards the sky. Now press your chest back towards your thighs, and just start to walk your dog out. So you're going to bend one knee while straightening the other leg. Good. So down dog is diagnostic. You're just coming into how you're feeling today. Today's day. Getting into any kinks that may or may not be in the hips. You're squeezing the elbows, rotating them inward towards each other. Good. Good job. Yes. Beautiful. And now inhale, right knee comes into the chest. Sending it back nice and long for three-legged dog. As you exhale, step it forward to the outside of the right hand. Bring the back knee down. Using your core to lift upper body, arms to rise. Just reaching for opposite elbows here. Bending your shoulders down your back. Good. Away from your ears. And smoothing out your breath. Resting your eyes. One place. Breathing into your hips. Last breath here. As you exhale, you're going to bring your hands to the inside of your foot and just allow your knee to open up. So now you're on the side of your foot, just looking at the bottom of it. Keeping your spine nice and long, just breathing into your hips. Now you might stay here, or if you'd like to move forward, bring the left forearm down parallel to the top of the mat. And as you inhale, bend the back knee, toe point straight up. Half circle, reach your arm back and grip the foot. Once you have that grip, then you kick back and away into your hand. Good. Good. One more breath. And as you exhale, using that exhale to move you back, coming out same way we came. Bring the knee back in towards the body, foot flat, tuck the back toe, and step the right foot back to meet the left. Now bring the knees down to the mat. This is the modified flow to begin with. So tuck the tailbone under, reach through the crown of your head. Bend the elbows, lower the chest all the way down to the ground. Inhale, low cobra. So just lifting the chest, anchoring the legs down into the mat. Focus on strengthening that lower back. Good. Exhale, press over the knees. Tuck the toes, lift the hips back up into your downward facing dog. Taking a breath here, and again, bending one knee while straightening the other, just walking it out. Doing whatever you need to do to breathe life into your spine. Just let your head go, shake your head out a few times, yes and no. Allowing your head to be heavy. It's all about inversions, turning your world upside down. Now three-legged dog, other side, left knee. Breathe it in towards the chest and exhale it nice and high, lengthening it up. Good. Exhale, step the foot forward to the outside of the left hand, planting the knee and using your core. Inhale, arms all the way up high. Good. Now sending the arms behind you, coming into a shoulder rinse. Just interlacing the fingers. And letting the shoulders fall down your back as you press forward into your grip. Good. Keeping the back of the neck long. Sorry. They're popping champagne over there. All right, one last breath here. As you exhale, just rotate the arms forward, setting them down to the inside of the foot, and just allow your knee to lay open, outer knife edge of the foot. And being right here is enough. You can keep the foot flexed just to protect your knee joint. Keeping the foot strong, lifting up and out of the joints. You don't sink down into it. Good. And you can stay here or move on by bringing the right forearm parallel to the top of the mat, bending the back knee, and inhaling, left arm reaches up, over, taking grip of your foot and then kicking back into that grip. One more deep breath. And as you exhale, coming back to the center, bring the knee in, front foot flat, tuck your back toe, and step both feet together. Now here, you can modify the flow or not by coming down onto your knees, but if you can hold yourself in high plank, you want to reach back through your heels and forward through the crown of your head. So you can alleviate pressure off your wrists. Bend the elbows, rotate them inward towards each other, keep them stacked. As you bend them and lower down halfway, Chaturanga Dandasana, beautiful. Inhale, straighten the arms. Good. Roll over the tops of the toes and lift the hips off the mat, stretching the chest, heart center away from the heels. Good. Exhale, now use your core to lift your hips back into your downward facing dog. Good. Take that breath in through your nose, slow. And out through your nose, slow. Good. Moving into warrior one. Inhale, right leg extends long, high to the sky. Lengthening out past the toes. And exhale, step it forward. Plant between the hands. Back heel anchors down. Using your core to lift. Upper body, arms to rise. Good. Relaxing the shoulders down the back. Squaring hips and shoulders. And making all the adjustments you need. So never feeling like you're stuck in a yoga pose. You're always moving, adjusting. The world is constantly evolving, and so are we. Just allowing ourselves to naturally come in to being, using our breath, relaxing your breath, setting your eyes one spot. Good. Exhaling, hands to heart center. You know where we're going. We're going to take flight here. Inhale, press off the back foot. Just balancing on the right leg. Going to bring upper body forward. So you extend the back leg nice and long. Keeping the eyes focused, hips level. So maybe rolling the left hip down, just so it's even with the right. And it helps to extend past the toes. Balancing by pressing the palms together. The last part to this is to extend the arms all the way nice and long, going slow. Good, good, good. Last breath here. Inhale and exhale. Step the back foot down. Exalt your warrior. Bend the front knee. Deepen your lunge. Elbows come behind. Fingertips behind the head. Good. Exhale. Hands down. Step it back. Modified flower knot. Lower it down. Inhale, rolling over the toes, opening up the chest. Upward facing dog. Yes. Exhale. Lift the hips. Down dog. Take your breath now. Through the nose, slow. Using your inhale to gather up the energy. Bring the left knee into the chest, send it nice and long, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it through, plant between the hands, anchor the back heel. Use your core to lift upper body, arms to rise. Good. Just relaxing the shoulders, down your back. So you're reaching past the fingertips. So you can balance the grounding and lifting both at the same time. Remember, always adjusting. Stillness in the pose will come. If you're first getting used to your warrior, finding your way. It's okay to move around, adjust, see what feels right to you. Good. Now slowly, breathe the hands to heart center. Focus your eyes, engage your core, gather up your breath as you inhale. Press off the back foot, just balancing on the front. Taking your time as you lean, upper body forward, extending the right leg long. Keeping the hips level. Last part is to extend the arms, reaching them out as long as you can. Good, good, good. Yes, one more breath here. And slowly start to come out. Allow the back heel to anchor themselves back down. Now exalt that warrior. Lift the heart center up high, bending elbows behind the head, and exhale. Hands come down to the mat, stepping the feet back and flow it out. Lower it down. Inhale. Open it up, stretch it out. And exhale, lift the hips back into your downward facing dog. Now take a breath here. You may come into child's pose if you like, or stay in your down dog, whichever feels good to you. Just regaining your breath and slowing your breath down. Smoothing it out. Because here's where we train ourselves to condition our breathing to where you control your breath and not the other way around. You decide how much energy to bring to your body, and then you utilize it. Good. Now inhale, come up high onto your tippy toes. Really stretch all 4 layers of the feet. As you exhale, bring the knees to hover just a few inches above the mat. Into your turbo dog, engaging the core. Good. Now looking forward past your hands. You can either walk or float the feet up to meet the hands. Good. Inhale to halfway lift. So just tabletop your spine, pulling the navel in. And as you exhale, bend your knees and just fold your upper body over your legs, separating your feet. Either wider than shoulder width, hips apart. Toes just point in a little bit, heels out. We're just going to come into ragdoll for a moment. So just clasping the hands back of the head or reaching for opposite elbows. Just going to sway back and forth. Shifting the weight forward and back. And bend your knees, straighten your legs, whatever you need to do. Loosen up your lower back. Here is another inversion. Turning our world upside down. Washing away and debilitating thoughts. Anchoring yourself with the natural hum and buzz. Oceans ebb and flow. Good. Now release your arms, toe heel your feet back together to touch. You're going to come all the way up to standing, flat back belly in. Inhale, circle sweep, coming all the way up. Taking that cleansing breath, and as you exhale, centering that energy right to your solar plexus here. Now here's where we're going to come into balancing. We're going to start with the right foot, and I'll just mirror you guys. So here, just see where your footing is. Now we're dealing with sinking sand, so just take your time to figure out where you can be to balance for a moment. I'm going to balance in tree. So once you have your balance, you want to bring the weight into the back of the heel. You can lift up your toes just to feel where that weight should be. Then once you have it, then suction cup your foot into the mat. Bring the knee out to the side, either toe to the ground, heel to the calf, or to the upper thigh. Just as long as you're not wrenching on the knee, because you're going to press the heel into wherever you have it at. Bring the hands to heart center. Pulling up the energy, locking every muscle in your standing leg, tailbone tucks under, core nice and solid, but relaxing the chest to heart center. Eyes are focused, one spot. The hips level, shoulders down your back and lifting up to the crown of your head. Feel yourself sway. Press your palms together a little bit. Now moving on, interlacing the fingertips, pressing the palms down. Keep your eyes locked. 1 point. Two more breaths. Next, exhale. Letting go, shaking the legs out, so letting go of any tension we create. Now we're going to energize with the breath. Inhale, circle sweep up, releasing the lower back. So a little bit of a back bend. And exhale. Harnessing and centering that energy within. within. Finding your sure footing on the left side now. Inhale, circle sweep up. Releasing the lower back. So a little bit of a back bend. And exhale. Harnessing and centering that energy within. Finding your sure footing on the left side now. Inhale, circle sweep up. Releasing the lower back. So a little bit of a back bend. And exhale. Harnessing and centering that energy within. Finding your sure footing on the left side now. Bring the weight back into the heel. Maybe lifting the toes to feel where that weight should be. And once you have it, releasing the toes down to use that as your grip. And then just taking whatever position you did before. Other side, opening up the knee. And you're drawing the energy up into you and being that conduit between heaven and earth. That is you. That long energy line. Interlacing the hands, maybe opposite thumb on top just to balance out your grip. Palms down. Keep your eyes and your core locked. Slowly breathe. Palms up, press. Exhale. Exhale, release it out, just shaking it out, letting go of any tension we create. We also release. Inhale, lifting up and out of the lower back, and exhale, flat back, belly in, forward fold. Set your hands, either float or dump the feet back into high plank. Here we flow it out, slowly lower it down. Good. Inhale, reaching the chest, stretching out your back, and exhale, lift the hips all the way back up. Down dog. Beautiful. Good. Now inhale. Coming in, right knee into the chest, three-legged dog. Sending the right foot nice and high. Reaching past the toes. As you exhale, we're going to come into warrior two. So step the foot forward between the hands. Anchor the back heel down. Now use your left arm to slowly circle sweep, opening up to the side. Good. Now both heels are in one line. Right knee stacks just above the ankle and you're pointing and pressing the knee out towards the pinky toe. Leveling the hips. Relaxing the shoulders down. Good. Focusing your eyes one point. Good. Beautiful. Now moving into triangle, straightening the front knee now. You're going to sit back into your hips. Just want to tilt the hips back as far as you can, and then reach forward with your fingertips. And when you can't reach any further, bring the right hand down. Left arm reaches up to the sky as you're opening up your body to the side. There's equal power in both legs. Each foot is just as strong as the other. Now stretching out the shoulders just a little bit more. Gonna bend the left elbow behind your back. Palm faces out, reaching for the right hip as you open up a little bit more to the side, lifting up through the crown of your head. And last part to this, you can stay or inhale. Right arm forward, palm faces up. So if you're receiving that gift, taking that helping hand, we give so much of ourselves. We balance it out by receiving more energy, more light, and more love as well. One more deep breath. And as you exhale, you come out same way we went in. left fingertips reach up towards the sky. Now use your left hand to lift you up into radiant warrior, otherwise known as reverse. Really deepen your front lunge and lift up out of your side waist into the fascia of the rib cage. Exhale, cartwheel both hands down to the mat. Step it back and we flow it out. Lower it down. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, lift. Hips nice and high, down dog. Moving into the other side, inhale, left knee in. And sending it nice and long. Exhale, warrior two. Step the foot between the hands, anchor the back heel down. Use the right arm. Cartwheel all the way up. Both heels in one line. Just as best as you can. We're just breathing our way from one side to the other. You might notice one side might be a little bit tighter than the other. We're balancing it out. This is your tighter side. Just work it a little bit deeper with your breath. Rounding down, lifting up at the same time. Lengthening through your spine. Making all the adjustments you need. This is your practice, your yoga. Finding your breath. Finding your way to relax in any situation. Now moving into triangle, straightening the front knee, sitting back into the hips, keeping them open as much as you can, reaching forward as far as is comfortable, then bringing the left hand down, right arm lifts up towards the side. Equal weight distribution between each leg here. Each foot grounded, nice and strong foundation, all the way up through your core and up past the crown of your head. Long lines. Now moving into the half bind here, bending the elbow behind your back, palm faces out, reaching for the outer left hip as you open up to the side just a little bit more. Elongating the back of your neck. If you have that solid foundation, staying here is enough. But for the last part, reaching the left arm forward, palm faces up. Really anchoring your back leg nice and strong, using your eyes to balance. Focusing on one spot, that's your ekagrata. That laser beam focus. Distractions will simply eclipse themselves from your view. One more deep breath. And as you exhale, left hand comes down, right arm comes all the way back up towards the sky. Using your right hand to lift yourself up into your radiant warrior. Bend your front knee, deepen your lunge, and really reach up. Hip all the way up past the fingertips. Good. Radiate your heart. Yes. And exhale. Hands come down, step the foot back. Here we flow. Lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Yes. Inhale. Lifting it up nice and high. And exhale. Downward facing dog. Taking your breath here. And now coming onto your, so you want to lift the heels, coming onto your tippy toes. Do one more balancing. And as you exhale, bend your knees, have them hover above the ground, look forward, and either float or walk the feet up to the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold over the legs. You're going to separate the feet. We're going to come into a wide yogic squat. So you're just going to sit down, bringing the elbows to the insides of your knees. You just want to lift up through the crown of your head. And now here, you can stay here. Just enjoying the hip opening. Or if you'd like to practice crow or crane, whichever you choose. Elbows can be bent or straight, whichever you're at. You can just practice with the pose and play with it for a moment. You want to keep your fingertips nice and wide with piano fingers, entire octave or more apart. And you're just going to bring the weight forward and lift up through your thoracic spine. So lifting all the way up through your spine, rounding your back, engaging your core. Eyes are locked a few feet in front of you on the ground. And then squeezing the knees into the shoulders and triceps, upper back of the arms. Moving the weight forward, maybe lifting one toe and maybe the other. Good. And last part to this is hopping back into high plank. Yeah, good job. Good job. And flowing it out, lowering it down, inhaling into upper dog. And exhale, down dog. You guys are awesome. Coming down onto your knees. We're going to come into camel here. So standing up on the knees, about hip-width distance apart. And if you're a little short like me, you can tuck your toes just to have something to hold on to. Hands come to the lower back and tilt the tailbone under. It's more about lifting the chest up towards the sky, out of your lower spine. It is about rounding back. So start to press your hips forward. Elbows come back behind you, so you're opening up the shoulders, down your back as you lift your head straight to the sky. Now for some of you, this is as far as you go. Opening up your throat chakra, allowing some sunshine to come into this area. You can speak with eloquence here, clearing out anything that gets stuck in our throat. Now if you'd like to, you're going to reach one hand at a time to heel. And once you have that grip on your heel, you press the hips forward. Lifting the chest. And slowly start to come out. One hand to hip at a time. Good. Going very slow, child's pose. Hips to heels, bring the knees wide. Arms long or down by your sides. And take a few breaths here. And just breathe away anything that might have come up. Camel is a very, very deep release. Taking a long breath. If you'd like to stay in child's pose, feel free to do so. Otherwise, we're going to do one more set of camel pose. Coming up onto the knees. Maybe even play with it. Maybe even bring your knees a little bit further apart. Get into that deep opening here. Start to press your hips forward. Anchor your legs nice and strong. Lifting up the chest first. So it's like that accordion. You're stretching out your spine. Elbows point straight back. And very slowly opening up every chakra all the way. Breathing nice and slow. Allowing them to cleanse. And you use your breath to do that. And maybe reaching one hand at a time towards heel. Toes tucked or not. As long as you continue to press your hips forward. And when you're ready, slowly start to come out. One hand to hip at a time. Going very slowly. Child's pose once more. Just breathing it away. opened up your chakras. And now it's important that we close them. So bring your knees together. You're going to sit your hips right on your heels. You're going to come into rabbit here. So in rabbit, come to the side. You want to just reach back and grip your heels. Thumbs are going to be on the outside. And you want to keep your arms straight for this. So try to think shoulders down your back, arms straight, and then bow your head, crown down to the ground. So we're going to open up your lower back here. As you inhale, you're just going to reach and pull on that grip on the backs of your heels and lift your hips up towards the sky. Chin to chest. And there's very little weight on your head. Most of the pressure comes from you gripping your heels and lifting your hips. Good, 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 good. We've opened your chakras, we gotta close them up. There you go. Beautiful. Take 2 more deep breaths here. On your exhale, slowly starting to release up 1 vertebrae at a time. Just take that breath. Take that moment. And then come forward, straightening your legs back into one last high plank just to lower ourselves all the way down to the ground. Now coming into a shoulder rinse Bhujangasana, so you want to separate your feet wider than shoulder rinse distance apart. Interlace your fingertips behind your back. And just start to relax your shoulders down your spine. Now anchor your legs so much that your kneecaps come up off the mat. So you want your feet strong, pressing the tops of the feet down into the ground. Inhale, lifting your chest up. Lifting up through the crown of your head. Now focus on strengthening those tiny little muscles all along your spine. Good. Creating the strongest spine. That's your lifeline. Good. One more deep breath here. As you exhale, release everything down into the mat. Belly down, Shavasana. Start to relax every muscle in your body. Now to reset the forearms, the elbows, we're going to come into locust pose. So bring your arms along your sides, and you want to flip your palms flat to the mat and then scooch them underneath your body, kind of laying down your arms. But if this is too much on your elbows, you can have them out to the sides. You just want to have your palms flat. Good, good. And now we're going to move one leg at a time. So exhaling all the air out, relax your left leg completely, point the right toe back, and lift the right leg up. Press your palms down into the ground. Good. You're using your shoulder strength. Good. Your palms are pressing down. Good, good. Point the toe back. Point it a little bit more. Reach it up a little bit further. Lengthen it all the way behind you. Good. And release it. Good. Now relax your right leg out. Just let it just be loose. And take that energizing breath. Exhaling all the air out. And as you inhale, lift the left leg up and back, reaching past the toes as long as you can, and using your shoulders, using your palms, your forearms. You got it. Reaching it up and back. A little bit more. Lengthen it out. Good, 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 good. And release it down. Good. Now double leg lift. Bringing your arms a little bit closer towards each other underneath your body if you can. And you want your chin down, so that the back of your neck is long for this. Now you're going to exhale all the air out. And as you inhale, lift both legs up at the same time. Lift it up. Lift the toes, elongate it all the way back. Up and back. Reach it further. A little bit further. Good. Lift up a little bit more. Use your palms. Use your forearms. Use your shoulders straight. Hold it there. Good. Good. And relax your arms now. Relax the entire. Now slowly start to sit back up on your heels, just crossing your feet now. Just sit down on our hips. Coming into final stretching. Janu Sirsasana. So just come into that point where you're sitting high on both sit bones. Bring the left heel in towards the thigh. You're going to press, just like we did in tree, pressing the heel in towards your midline. Get deep stretch that way. Inhale. Lifting all the way up just to lengthen your lower back and slowly start to hinge at the waist. And just come down. Sorry, little guy. Taking your grip. This is where your breath does all the work. Breathing deep past the muscles, into the fascia, the connective tissues. So keeping your core strong, yet relaxing with your breath and breathing all throughout the body. So just circulating your breath here. Get past your muscles. Just allow them to fall where they may. And now slowly start to walk your hands up towards your body. We're just going to cross the left foot over the right leg. And start to twist. You're just taking your left arm, hugging the knee in. Just feel that nice and good stretch along the outside of your hip there. Good. And then taking the left arm, just rotating it back to anchor at the base of your spine. Lifting up through the crown of your head. Gentle baby's breath. Inhaling to let the belly go. And as you exhale, pull the navel in. Bring that gentle internal massage. Bring vitality into your organs. And last part to this, you're going to take your right fingertips and just grip the outside of your bottom heel. Good. Yeah. Outside. Good. Yes. Therese could lead the class. Look at you. Yeah. Squeezing and scissoring the thighs together. Kick away. Slowly release. Bring both feet in front of you. Double leg forward fold. Inhale, reaching up towards the sky. Pull your belly in, hinge at the waist as you come all the way down. Just reaching whatever's available to you. And just relaxing the breath. And on your next exhale, slowly walking the hands back in towards the body, and then just coming into reverse tabletop. So fingertips point facing forward, elbows come in, and slowly start to lift the hips up. Coming into that counter pose. And exhale, release it down. Good. Janu Shirshasana, other side, right heel presses in towards your midline, sitting nice and high on your sit bones. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Square your shoulders over the extended leg and just fold it in. Next exhale, slowly walking the hands back and towards the body, picking up the right heel, crossing it over the left knee, and starting to hug as you begin your twist, just getting comfortable with where your hip bones are at, and then hooking with your left elbow. Right arm circle sweeps up just to get that rotation. Anchor at the base of your spine, and twist away. Rinsing and cleansing with your breath. And if you'd like to practice the baby's breath on this side, as you inhale, you just let the belly go. And as you exhale, you pull the navel in towards your spine, giving that internal massage, bringing more vitality into these organs on this side. It's a gentle breath. Gentle yet focused. And last part, reaching the left fingertips to hook the outer edge of your foot. Very slowly, starting to extend the heel out. Good. Squeezing through the midline as you twist a little bit deeper.